Welcome to Hangman Tarot. We're going to get started with our celebrity news. So, we're going to find out all that we can about a few topics today that I found interesting, and we are going to start right now. It is October, it's October 5th, 2022. We are going to get to these topics right now. I'm literally seeing so many things going on. So, it was kind of a really hard pick today. But one of the things that I haven't really been following is the Alec Baldwin thing. But I feel like I seen the first situation where there was a gun that had set off on set, and it actually ended the life of one of his co-stars. So, or like a makeup person, I think maybe, I don't remember, but I just kind of wanted to go over the settlement impact, whether or not he's impacted by a criminal investigation or not. So we're going to start off with that. We will end in a really positive note. So just hang on to that little thought throughout this whole entire thing. So again, it is October 5th, 2022. Happy middle of the week day. It is my favorite day because it's almost Thursday, which is my most favorite day because it's almost Friday. All right, let's get into it. So, basically, a settlement with Alec Baldwin's investigation is safe from impact on anything going on criminal investigation wise with the suit with Matthew Hutchinson. Matthew Hutchinson's settlement is a wrongful death suit against Alec Baldwin and others from the set of Rust. And this actually means that the production is back on too. But it doesn't mean that the ongoing criminal investigation into the DP's death is coming to a complete halt. Sources connected to the investigation tell TMZ that the settlement in no way is going to affect the rest of the criminal investigation. So authorities say that Baldwin and others could be charged. The sheriff's department once said that the investigation is completed with the file that will be forwarded to the district attorney, who will then decide who, if anybody, will actually be prosecuted for the untimely death of this person that we're speaking on. And as it reported, though, Baldwin and several other people are picking up where they left off with the movie and claimed that Helena Hutchins' life last year, she lost it because the actors. So basically, they're trying to say that, her life will continue on even through the acting of all of these people. How gross. Sorry. I'm sorry. That's so ugly. Why? Why do you say that? Like, she is not going to live through your acting. Stop. Please stop, collaborate, and listen. And other, I can't deal with that. This is ridiculous. Come on, she's gonna live on through something more impactful or more spiritual or more lit than your acting. Give me a fucking break. Okay, so Matthew, Helena's husband, announced he had no longer wanted to pursue a lawsuit against AB or the rest producers, saying that they've reached terms and has agreed to drop his wrongful death suit. Matthew has also signed on to be an executive producer for the project. Hannah's attorney, Jason Bowles. I don't know if I'm made to do this because I'm so immature. I don't know. Okay. I just don't know. So, Jason, Hannah's attorney, Jason Bowles, said that she's grateful that the settlement will benefit the Hutchinson's family, adding that they're hopefully, through the DA's office, will opt out of pursuing any more criminal charges. I don't have much to say about that situation. Besides, I think that they should have arrested Alec Baldwin a long time ago. I'm kidding. He's wonderful. He's a thrill, people. He's a thrill. Okay, so let's get into Kanye West is again firing back again and again and again and again and again. That's fine. That's fine. At least he's pursuing or putting forth some sort of effort or energy towards his children, whether this is just words or not. I think that physically, like, you should just be there for your children and shut the fuck up. But that's just my thought. Whatever. Okay, so Kanye West is firing back again, writing to the Kardashians that they are lying. You are liars. Y'all basically kidnapped Chicago on her birthday. And so she could remember her father not being there. So y'all also threw a party before Psalm's birthday when I was flying back from Japan to be there for his birthday. And the first I heard about it was seeing pictures of the party online. He then continues to say, also, I should see my children 100% of the time. But since there's a separation, it should have been 50% of the time. Y'all wouldn't have played with Donda like that in Jesus's name. That sounds like it's a pity party. It sounds like to me like you are separated with the mother of your children. And it sounds like to me, you get a certain amount of custody and she gets a certain amount of custody. And if that motherfucker wants to have a birthday party for your child, more power to her. Just because you're not invited doesn't mean that you can't celebrate and have her own birthday party at your own big fucking mansion. What are you complaining about? You're healthy. You have a mansion. You drive a bunch of fucking cool cars. You could buy a bunch of property in Wyoming and not give two shits about it. So why don't you, sir, just go parent your children and stop fucking worrying about all the personal business of Kim Kardashian? Because that business is not yours anymore. And thank God for you, because you've already got new business. So come on, move along. Khloe came in and she decided that she was no longer going to allow Kanye West to continue to tear Kim Kardashian down. She's speaking up, telling him to leave Kim and her family alone. And he is trying to defend himself for the mistakes he's made. Fine, do it. Do it on your own motherfucking time. Like, nobody actually cares, okay? There is more and more powerful, more unimportant even things that are going on in this fucking world. And I don't believe that Kanye West's fucking griping and complaining has anything to do with it. You're honestly griping and complaining about the wrong fucking shit. So stop with the attention seeking. Okay, anyway. So great. Kim Kardashian can stay, silent in the way that she needs to. She feels like there's an issue and she doesn't want to keep addressing it, especially online. I don't blame the girl. Kanye took to Instagram Wednesday where he seemingly attempted to defend the blame for his choice to wear a White Lives Matter shirt. And he pointed to a narrative he's tried before, claiming Kim held a secret birthday party for their daughter, Chicago, almost a full year after she filed for divorce. It's not a secret, for one. It's her life, so she didn't have to tell you. I mean, that's fine. That's just not where you are in parenting. Co-parenting is a really difficult and a huge struggle to, get in the rhythm of things, especially when you just don't, agree with the other parent. So, I mean, y'all are separated. Y'all are filed for divorce, and a year after even. So have your own fucking birthday party. Like, if you didn't agree to have a joint anything, then you just are not having a joint birthday party. It's not a secret. You're just not a part of it. What? Like, I can't even deal with the conversation in my head right now about this situation. I really expect better out of you, Kanye West. You are in too much of a format. You are in too much of like a platform into which to act stupid as far as parenting. Okay. So go pick up a book called How to raise children and co-parent at the same time. I don't care what you do, but stop. Like, Jesus Christ, like, in the name of Jesus Christ. I agree, sir. At the time, sources close to Kim told us Kanye has planned on throwing his own birthday party for Chicago and decided at the last minute he wanted to attend Kim's party, which he then did. He even had his own fucking secret party. Do you see the madness? And then people are looking at her funny, like she did something wrong. Oh, I'm sorry, Kanye West. You're a bitch of a wife celebrating your daughter's birthday. How dare she? She gave birth to North. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And y'all divorced. You're divorced. Move on with it. Okay. So Khloe then says, listen, E, I love you. I don't want to do this on social media, but I'm going to. It's funny how she'll go right after Kanye West, but she's not going to sit there and go on social media and stand her ground with that cheating ass man that she has. Just saying, just putting it out there, putting it out where it belongs. I'm trying to be respectful, she says, but stop tearing Kimberly down. I like when she calls her Kimberly. It's very motherly and sweet. And stop using our family when you want to deflect. That's right. Stop deflecting. So she continues again with the birthday and again with the birthday narrative. Enough already. Okay, it's not a narrative. It's his experience. And yes, as stupid and lousy as it sounds to us, it's his experience. So yes, he's upset. He feels left out. I kind of feel bad for him now that I just went off on him. I feel almost like he's like a little kid and it's like, oh, it's okay. Everything's fine. Everything's fine, Kanye. You'll be invited to the next birthday party. I feel, and that really puts me into some predicaments because it puts me in a place where I'm like, is this compassion or trauma bond? You never fucking know. So we do know the truth. And in my opinion, Chloe says, everybody's tired of these things, these antics. You know exactly where your children are at all times, and you wanted separate birthdays, and I have seen all of the texts to prove it. And when you changed your mind, you wanted to attend, and you came. Chloe really just put it right out there and let everybody know exactly what's up, because that is exactly what's fucking up usually. Okay. I know it's like the most painful situation to have birthday parties separate, but it's like, this is much better for the children. And you guys were separated a lot anyway, so who cares? In a recent interview, Kanye admitted to Kim raising their kids and said that he needed to work harder to make things calm for her. Yes, you do. Especially for her mental well-being. Like, come on. She's the mother. Whether or not robots are raising your children or maids or whatever you said, nannies, okay, I don't care. She's the mother of your child, and that should be sufficient, especially if she's doing her job, okay? Because those kids look comfortable to me. They don't look like she's leaving them in any, like, you know, little basement dens anywhere with creepy nannies. Like, what? Like, you have the best of the fucking best. Chill. So, like you have pointed out yourself, she's the one taking care of the kids 80% of the time. So please leave her and the family out of this so the kids can be raised in peace. Namaste. So Kanye did take a ton of heat, and he's been taking a ton of heat since Monday. And I kind of talked about that the other day, about how he was doing controversial shirts again. He was going down runways. He was doing all sorts of stuff. And again, talking about his wife and whatever. It's just the latest in the social media. And these are the attacks and the controversies that he's brought over the years. And that includes when he declared slavery was a choice. I'll let you sit with that, okay? On a lighter note, we are going to get into a little bit of sports news. It's not much about sports, but it's kind of around sports, so I'm kind of hitting it. I thought it was a good article. It was pretty funny. Interesting too. A fan who jumped over the stadium railing in an attempt to catch an Aaron Judge 60-second home run ball somehow avoided injury. But he did get some bad news following the fall. He was immediately booted out of the stadium. The guy left his seat and jumped several feet into the course below, I guess, and in an effort to actually land this historic baseball in the first inning of New York's game against the Rangers in Texas. But he came up empty. Man, you jumped. Okay. As the Yankees slugger's historic blast ultimately landed into a man's mitt in the first row. This man didn't have to do shit. Do you see what happens when you surrender to the moment? You just hang out and you wait for the ball to come, and it just shows up right in your mitt. Okay, in first fucking row. And this dude jumps, and he's not surrendering. He's resisting the fact that there's a flow to life, jumps shit, jumps the ship, and breaks some things, I'm pretty sure. So the man apparently avoided broken bones in the jump, although he didn't necessarily escape unscathed, because the cops tell us and everybody else that he was met by security who tossed him out of the place. So we're told that the Rangers did have an opportunity to press charges against the guy, and they actually didn't. They just issued him a criminal trespassing, and they actually declined that too. So the cops let him go. I mean, he disturbed a game and he jumped in. I'm sorry, but like, you should be reprimanded for that, especially if that's the case. Okay. I mean, that's just my thought. I mean, if you fuck up a baseball game and you make a big old scene, especially on the course, that should be reprimanded. That's what I think, because you'll reprimand the next guy or the next guy, won't you? Okay, so you have before. Why wouldn't you do it now? So the man lastly mentioned not knowing what to do with the ball, but wanted it back anyway at the end. You're still talking about the ball. He's still talking about the ball. Typical man. Typical man talking about his ball. In Angelina news, Angelina Jolie steps out with Zahara and Maddox in New York City as it's claimed she has poisoned her children against Brad Pitt amid a bitter divorce battle. I doubt she poisoned anybody, but Angelina Jolie has been pictured out with her children just days before filing an explosive court document accusing her ex-husband, Brad Pitt, of violence. The Tomb Raider actress 47 and her two children were out shopping in New York City on Monday, hanging out, linked arm in arm, and the teen carried an umbrella while her son followed close behind. The outing came several days before any new reports alleged Angelina had been embarking on a smear campaign against Pitt, Why is it a smear campaign when a woman opens up her mouth about a man who was violent? Why is that a smear campaign? Why is that not just what her experience was and she can't just express that? Like, especially if she's got to talk to court or talk to, officials, she's going to have to tell her story. And not only that, for years to come, that's just her story. Just like, like with Kanye West, forever we're going to hear this narrative because it's his experience. That's his experience. That's what he went through. That's what he's going through. So it's not for us to be like, you're dismissed. That's his experience. So I think we're all allowed to express ourselves. I don't think she's going on a smear campaign because she opens up her mouth and talks a little bit about how some red wine was splashed into one of the kids' faces. Okay. One of them was hit, choked, whatever it was. I mean, this is crazy. It's not a smear campaign. It's an experience and somebody's expressing themselves, which has taken an extreme toll on the children. What? She's poisoned them against her father, even though he's admitted to being violent to them. He's admitted to being violent to them, but yet she's the one poisoning them. How does this make any sense? Is this real? Like, I really think that this is not real sometimes. Like, how can this be so stupid? So there's 6 children. Brad Pitt. I cannot tell that joke. I literally had a great joke in my head. It was a great one. I'll just tell you that. Okay. I can't say it out loud. It's terrible. Okay. So the 6 children, according to sources close to Brad, are now all estranged from Brad Pitt. And I don't think it's because Mommy Dearest had a smear campaign. I think it's because Daddy Dearest drank too much and popped the kid in the mouth. That's what happened. The actor was limited in the strained relationship because of her campaign of alienation. And alienation in the court's eyes is considered a form of child abuse or neglect. You're not supposed to do that. That's wrong. While things might not be fined civilly, there's still a criminal investigation that's working its way through the system and based on recent revelations from the Santa Fe County DA. So that's what that is. Leave the lady alone. Leave the man alone. I think they're working through their shit. I just think it keeps getting leaked into the news and people are just talking about it like it's a smear campaign. Like, no, it's not. It's legit some shit that she's talking about. Like, what do you want her to do? Oh, he was great. Except for that time he choked Maddox. Okay, Hilary Swank is pregnant, people. I know. It's going to be amazing because she is flawless. She's beautiful. There is something that I've been waiting for a long time, Hilary Swank said, and she's going to be a mom. So she appeared on ABC News Good Morning America on Wednesday, and the actress revealed that she is in fact pregnant, and not only pregnant, she's expecting 2 babies. So they're going to have twins, darling. And it marks the first child for Hilary Swank. So she's been married to entrepreneur Phil Schneider since 2018. And I guess the announcing the exciting news is on a clip, and you can go check that out. But meanwhile, she shared this pregnancy announcement on Instagram, revealing the first look of the growing bump. So she's super excited. She's like, double feature. Okay, congratulations. You're not going to sleep for 5 years. And lastly, with the Kardashians, which is not the last part, but it's almost there. Kourt Kardashain feels a distinct separation from her sister, Khloe. So we're going to talk about that, with whom she was once thick as thieves. And she's attributed the change to Khloe bonding with Kim over some pregnancies. What? They've all had pregnancies. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, okay. Kourt reflected on her family relations on Tuesday's episode of Adam Hirsch's Not Skinny But Not Fat podcast, saying Khloe got really close to Kim while pregnant with True Thompson in 2018. Kim had her 3rd child via surrogate the same year. And she admits she wasn't thrilled with the reality show that was kind of going on around them at the time, too, partially because her 2 sisters really gang up on her, which they do. They bully her. Because not because she's small or anything, it's because she doesn't like them. So they're like, "Rawr." And so from time to time, she believes a lot of the things that she and Khloe used to do to Kim, they started turning those things on her instead. So the tables have turned. This is as pretty as this all sounds. Kourtney actually took it very seriously, and she says therapy made her more self-aware and sensitive. Good, because you kind of didn't appear to be in taking anything for a while there. Like, sometimes she would just be like, okay. That's it? Okay. So she admits things got too intense at one point, referring to her physical fight with Kim during the premiere. And after, 18 seasons of not feeling feelings, yeah, this lady, when she starts feeling shit, she's going to start, punching people. And that's what she did. She does say things have cooled off between her and Khloe. They've been chatting more on FaceTime, but Kourtney made it very clear their relationship isn't the same anymore. So that's just where it's at. And that is kind of why Kourtney went ballistic on that show. Which, come on. I mean, there's a lot of people who are in line to do that. Okay, let's really leave today with something super positive. In a country where people routinely feel hated for those whom disagree politically, it's nice to see some people can disagree, agree, and still be friends. So Cindy Crawford, a registered Democrat, and Randy Gerber, a registered independent, broke breed with Kid Rock, a Trump Republican, Thursday night in Santa Monica. The trio hit up some place and even drove there together. They even drove together. They didn't kill each other in the car. They didn't kill each other on the walk into the place. We're told they've been friends for years, even though they are all different political, fans or whatever. I don't follow much on this. So that's why I actually thought, you know what? We'll put a little bit of the politics into here. And there's more, though. We're told that they went inside and tennis legend John McEnroe, who is a Democrat friendly, joined them for dinner. So not only do we have an independent Trump lover and a Democrat, excuse me, they hit up this restaurant and there's a Democrat friendly person there to greet them. And they all sit down. And as you know, Cindy and Rand are best buds with George and Amali Clooney, both diehard Dems. So they clearly don't pick their friends or judge them based off of political views. We saw this recently where Democrat Tom Hanks sat down for lunch with Republican Tim Allen. I mean, can you imagine? The only thing that I can imagine, because again, I don't get into this much, especially with my family or friends, but on Facebook, I've had to defriend some family because of this. Like, I'm like, I wasn't even talking about Republican or Democrat or independent or anything like that, or any of that nature. But then, dun dun, yes, like people just start talking to you about it, and they're like, you need to pick a side. And I'm like, I will never. I'm not going to pick a side. I inhale from every point of fucking view. That's what I'm going to do. And I'll do it till the day I die. So lick it. That's what you could do. You can lick it right in the Republicans' crack. I don't even know what that means. There's clearly a lot of folks who will look at this and say that they should break ties with the other side. But as you know, who said that who said divided we fall? All right. So again, that is our positive ending. I hope that you enjoyed going over a couple of these things. Camellia. Yes, I'm sure. Okay, getting to these over on the side here. Thank you so much for your comments. Hi, I think Kim is happy that she's done with him. I'm sure she is. Okay, it's been dead for years, honey. And as she should be, yes. Girl, where's the Camille reading? I will get you that Camille reading right away. I'm in such a good mood, okay? As long as we can conquer and not divide. Okay, I'm gonna get out of here. I got shit to do, but please go ahead. I almost said shit. Hit share, like, and follow. Hit subscribe, please, and thank you. And hit that bell if you want all of my notifications. They're super annoying because there's several of them a day. Please go ahead and click the bell, especially if you like a little bit of an annoyance throughout the day. I always like a little bit of a trigger throughout my day, so I always add those notifications. The bell. Hit the bell. All right. Enjoy the rest of your middle of the weekday.